This is my new idea for poetry. Uh, Welcome to my backyard. This is actually, it's kind of my front yard because this is the best tree I could find to prop up the camera and and have it frame me a bit. Anyhow, it's a lovely day out here, and the leaf blower across the street has finally stopped. And the guy across the other street, he has finally taken his lawnmower away. So, but here I am. I can read a few things to you. Call this a virtual Friday. So, this is when I wrote on about one of Ellie's paintings. And she took this painting and put it on Instagram, and it's kind of strange because you see the painting, and then it's actually a video, and it rotates like 90 degrees, and so everything changes. It's kind of interesting what she did there. And I call this writing moment, which is it's a yacht design term having to do with the forces involved in how a sailing boat that's heeling comes upright and the forces that act upon it in that process. So it's called writing moment. Every time I leave the shore, I give myself over to great forces and step across the deck with care. The one hand I give to the ship must never slip because the other is busy with the lines. I have sailed on the edge of danger, ready to let the sheets fly. Water is a soft nothing that holds me up as the wind presses me hard. If I stay in that sweet spot, I can head for my chosen horizon, where I'll lay my anchor down. This one is called Deja Vu, and it's about hippie days when my gang, the people I used to run with, we would go up into the mountains, and there was an old house up there, and this house was 8 stories high, and it was octagonally shaped, and inside there were ladders that went from floor to floor, or one ladder that went all the way up through trapdoors all the way to the top. And we used to go up there and party and just hang out, and it was kind of our place. And on a spring day like this, you'd go into town and somebody would say, "Hey, let's go up to Deja Vu," and that would be the place to go. And sometimes we hang out there overnight. So it's a really fond memory, and I may have told it to you before, but I'd love to have a picture of the place. I've actually messaged Ernie Peffley, and he's going to see if he can find one for me. So this is Deja Vu. The 8-story home at the top of the ridge was a rich man's dream, empty and still, but not ruined. Standing tall among the maples and oaks, with windows like empty eyes, it saw our comings and goings. And we came there time and again, me and my friends, drawn as if we had known it in another lifetime. In the hippie summers, when we thought love was all we would need, music with passion, some acid and weed, we carried a seed but did not know where to plant it. Climbing the ladders to the roof was a long haul, but worth it to get above the trees and see a longer view of our sheltered valley, and a world stretching beyond our imagination, where the future lived in a world we thought we could shape, but never really did. The talk flowed freely, rising with the smoke from the top of the roof, gliding free as our spirits, like sparks swirling in autumn's blazing colors, swept along the ridge with migrating hawks, heading south to a winter that held no discontent. From my home in the west, in the late night of a future day, I have just this to say. The past is never more beautifully painted than when I visit another life amid current strife, and remember the way we came together, although we didn't stay, and that house is now gone. For memory is dust, and we do what we must to keep the darkness away. This broken glass seen as gems, the poem was sparked when I was watching the new TV series Picard, which is based on Captain Picard from the Star Trek series. I don't know if you've seen it. or not. And in the opening, like credits, before the action starts and all that, it starts with just a scene of the blue sky, and then there's like a fracture in it, like it's glass, and this chunk falls out. And it's just, I don't know. I thought it was beautifully done, and I just liked the way they did it, and it gave me this. Broken glass, seen as gems. When pieces fall out of the sky, I always ask why. Not because I could put them back in place. It is for others to repair the holes in heaven and smooth them over with the tears of men. I would have time's splinters make of memories a kaleidoscope of uncertainties to occupy these days when fractures are more plentiful than glue. On days when the sun shines, I see every shard of my life in random glitter on the hard floor. But the rain takes away the light, and reflection is lost in the slowness of the day. But my pieces of the sky are always there to spin the colors around and keep me whole until the next sunny day. There you go. I hope you enjoyed this visit. I know I did. And hopefully that sooner than everyone projects, we'll all be able to come together again and not be distancing ourselves. Have a good day.